This is their fate.
Next thing we want to talk about, going straight from the big Willie slap that shook the world to the trailer from the Square Enix boys that got the fanboys in a tizzy. It was the Kingdom Hearts anniversary trailer. 25th anniversary, right? Am I wrong? 25th?
20th.
20th anniversary for the hottest garbage to ever hit the streets. And well, let me not. Y'all calm down. Put your pitchforks away.
Man, you know Jalen gonna report you to the group.
Hey, I'm calm, bro. I'm calm. Like I said, I might be on your side today.
Oh my goodness. So everybody knows how good that trailer looks like. Kingdom Hearts 4 got announced. No date. It just said magic in the making. You know that means 20 years. But what y'all think,
Development
man?
hell, where you at? Development hell.
What y'all thinking, man? What y'all thinking? Let me hear it from the Square Enix
take it away, Jalen.
Man, go ahead, Josh. I got a whole.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I go first this time, man. No,
I ain't got nothing good to say.
Yeah, I ain't really got nothing good to say either. Like, be honest with you, like after I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all, man. I used to love Kingdom Hearts, diehard Kingdom Hearts fan. Why do you have the Keyblade? Shut up. You know what I'm saying? I knew all the quotes. But when I seen the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, I was honestly hoping they weren't finna like drop something because I was clowning niggas. I mean, people in the
It was like he didn't even draw a picture.
Hey, yeah, I was in there. I was like, bro, y'all thinking the more we care about y'all, but y'all really some peasants and all this type of stuff. He ain't even had a picture drawn by the 20th anniversary date. So, you know, I was like, bro, calm down. He's just, I'm like, nah, bro. Y'all some delusional maniacs. I used to be one of y'all, but now I'm past y'all. So, like, quit
was on
looking
your
so
head.
deep.
It was like, man, he's making 3 games right now. You need to chill out.
It's hard I'm like, bro, I don't care how many doggone games he was making. We know he finna make these side games that we ain't finna get nothing in them. We finna play the whole game to get 2 minutes of story and leave us on a cliffhanger and freaking come out with answer less or let me rephrase that. Leave more questions unanswered or or pose more questions than the questions that you don't even answer the questions that we already have. I played one game, I got 5 questions. I get 2 questions answered, and now I got 10 more. Now I play the next game, I got 15 questions that's unanswered still. And then you pose 10 more questions, you only answer 5 of them. Now I'm at 30 questions. I'm like, bro, what's going on? I'm never going to find no closure in these games. So that's why I started giving up on them. Played Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm like, man, this game ain't gaming for me, bro. It's not Kingdom Hearts. Like, Kingdom Hearts 2, the best one. Like, it had a good balance of questions, little ties and stuff like that. Now these games, they just got too much going on. These people in the groups, they got freaking heartless tattoos on their chest and freaking keyblades on. I'm just looking like, man, y'all some maniacs, dog. This game is not that good. This game is not that good, bro. This game ain't been that good since 2000. I give them say Birth by Sleep because it's a prologue. This game ain't been good since Birth by Sleep.
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with y'all? Like this game is not that good, bro. And people, there has been controversy in the group, like people dogging out Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's people that got my view and stuff like that. But they so happy about this game. It's finna be in development hell. They finna make a couple more games and stuff like that. That game ain't coming out until like at least 6 years from now because they showed Kingdom Hearts 3 back in 2014 or 15 on E3 when Sora picked up that Keyblade. Man, that game ain't come out until 2019, bro. Yeah. No, it was 2013 they showed that, I think. I think it's 2013 they showed that. Yeah, that game ain't come out until 6 years, bro. And then they got to make their mobile games and stuff like that. The story going too crazy. Sora look like a Nimrod. I'm like, bro, like he don't even his hair. He look like he got grease in his hair.
That's one of them characters from the mobile game, ain't Sora?
Bro, I don't know who that is, bro. I'm just looking like, how do y'all even? I'm like, all right, cool. We made advancements. His feet been getting smaller and smaller every game. Like, that's good. Like, very good. But other than that, bro, I'm like, y'all getting too happy for this 20th anniversary. He just made up some. They probably put that video together in 2 days or something like that and put Kingdom Hearts 3 gameplay because it definitely looked like Kingdom Hearts 3. But I ain't gonna say nothing the way that gameplay is more. They had that flow motion in there, but I don't know, man. I ain't got much else to say about that. I'm more disappointed in the community, man. We gotta stand tall together. Now they just accepting this stuff and just being happy. And now they talk about, oh yeah, Sora hair look like that because his presence with Ventus ain't there no more because Ventus got it. I'm like, bro, headcanon, stop talking right now. I ain't trying to hear none of that. Because the more I ain't say none of that. None of these games said none of that, bro. And people like, well, his heart was already with Vincent. No, they be like, nah, bro, his heart merged with Vincent's later on in the game. His influence in his hair, and I'm just like, man, I ain't trying to hear none of that, bro. Headcanon, stop talking. Like y'all making this stuff up for giggles and want to sound cool because y'all love Kingdom Hearts. All these weird people in that group. But anyway, you can go ahead, Josh. I can't stand that group, bro. My bad. Let me actually talk about the game. The game looks like Kingdom Hearts 3. It don't look like nothing special. I didn't like the floaty combat in Kingdom Hearts 3. I thought that kind of took away from the game. And I mean, it ain't really show much. I mean, the graphics looked cool and stuff, like it's improving and all that type of stuff. And I mean, which you would expect because it's on next gen consoles and stuff like that. But I mean, I can't say I'm expecting too much because I think I'm lost in a nostalgia factor and how much fun I had with Kingdom Hearts 2. That it at this point is strictly nostalgia and it won't be recaptured no more. So, I think the best thing for them to do is when they making this game, just kind of make it and just come out with it. And not, I think it would help with holding the game at a high standard because obviously the hype train for Kingdom Hearts 3, it was gonna crash eventually. It wasn't ever gonna be met because the longer you wait for something, the more the higher premium you put on it, and when it fails to meet that, it gets frowned upon and is magnified on its errors and stuff like that because they took so much time to make the game. So I mean, of course I'm gonna play it. I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan and stuff like that. But was I excited for it? No. Did I care about it for it? No. It's just they still got people in Black Rose, people you don't know. They're gonna give us more questions that's not gonna get answered, and it's gonna make you play the game until Nomura pass away and somebody else take over the game if they decide to do that. So, I mean, I'm just playing it for what it is. I'm just on for the ride. I ain't excited. Remember Kingdom Hearts 3 made me drive in the middle of the night in a snowstorm. You remember that, right?
That man was pushing it, push.
Bro,
Push.
I'm like, I'm good. I don't need no break. We good, bro.
Push it to the limit.
I'm trying to tell you, I was Rick Ross. Push it to the limit. But now, man, it's just a regular old game at this point. No, unfortunately, I'm more excited for Final Fantasy 7 remake or like 16 or something at this point, bro. Truth be told. So, but yeah, I digress.
Man, that man just threw out a spitfire of flames, fire, flames. He cooking that game, and I digress. Okay. What about you, Josh? Other Square Enix fanboy. What you got to say?
So, first of all, let's keep it $1.50. Kingdom Hearts 4 that need to exist in the first place. They could wrap everything up in 3 and let Sora and his crew be still. And they all want to make more Kingdom Hearts games. Go ahead, just make more characters. There's no reason to continue the story. I don't care what it's about. Like, I don't. We've seen Kingdom Hearts in multiple games. We've been there. Like, the people that were trapped in all the different places have all been saved. The big enemy has been defeated. And at this point, I don't even care about the story enough to even care that Kingdom Hearts 4 exists. Like, okay, so he's gonna find new people to make connections with. Like, that's nobody cares. And then otherwise, like, just the gameplay trailer, the graphics look nice, but y'all know me, I don't care about that anyways, because like the gameplay was not that interesting. Because like I said, it was Dream Drop Distance 2, which is more about the spectacle. You can move fast, you can, you fight all these big enemies and things like that. But that's not really what's interesting about Kingdom Hearts. That's not what was interesting about Kingdom Hearts gameplay. Kingdom Hearts 2 was just like a good RPG, and it had good combat, and like it was very technical. Like, you could time your dodges, you could parry, and there are a lot of different enemies that had like unique move sets, and all these different spells and things you can learn just from like exploring and playing a game. But over time, it became less of that and more just like, oh, we're gonna summon a spell and we're gonna get on a roller coaster and like just spin around for 3 minutes. And that's what Kingdom Hearts 4 seems like it's gonna be like. Which, if it is, it's fine. I guess some people don't care; they just want something to do in between the cutscenes. But Kingdom Hearts was originally a good RPG, and that's why people liked it. Now we have Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I feel like fills that void now. So maybe it doesn't matter. Otherwise, I honestly I think that the gameplay trailer just looks really bad in my opinion. Like Sora looks terrible. Yeah, like if they changed him that much, just make him a new character. And then you got people always defending it. They're talking about, oh well, he's in a realistic world because he's going to be realistic characters. Disney has Star Wars now, and Disney has Marvel now, and he's going to be with real people, so he has to look realistic. And that's fine because he's looked more realistic before in like some of the other worlds. But I don't know. The game just feels like all over the place, and it's also just going to be more of the same thing, like Jalen said, just trying to get y'all intrigued and then never gonna tell you nothing so you can buy the next 6 games. So I don't know if the game ever comes out. I'm not probably gonna play it. But you can play it, Deontay. Let us know how it is.
Yeah, I know. I know at some point that Square Enix fanboy gonna play that game, regardless of
Oh,
what he's
Jalen
saying
gonna
right
play it.
now.
Jalen gonna
Whatever
play
he's saying
it.
right now, all this right here, this is capalicious. It's all cap. He gonna play that game, G. Something gonna intrigue him to the point where he gonna be like, all right, I'll play it, but he ain't gonna like it, maybe.
Honestly, if
He
it
might
was
play
if
it.
it was all new characters, I probably would have played it
Maybe. Man,
just
all
to check
right.
it out.
Alright, we'll see.
They,
We'll see. What if that? What if
they
that
need
mod
to.
becomes straight fire though? What if it's straight fire?
What's
Everybody
gonna be
give it
fire
10
about it?
out
Is
of
it better
10.
than Kingdom Hearts 2? No.
What
Okay,
if
then
it
I don't want
is
it.
though? What if it is
It's not
though?
gonna be.
They gonna have to
Oh,
do
Ain't
a
no
lot to make
way.
that better than Kingdom Hearts 2. Cause
hey
like
man, I'm just
the
trying to
the
play
base.
devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but the premise of it is like what made Kingdom Hearts 2 good that a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the other games failed to do is like the pacing of the story. Um, do you play Kingdom Hearts 2 and you enjoyed the combat? Because people be like, what was the argument somebody said on the thing? They said Kingdom Hearts 3 has too many cutscenes and not enough like combat type stuff or whatever. But then somebody else argued is like, well, Kingdom Hearts 2 have more cutscenes or like the runtime of the cutscenes. So it's like I think it's like somebody said basically 16 or 14 hours or something like that. So Kingdom Hearts 2 got more. But in Kingdom Hearts 2, you were so submerged in the story that every cutscene, I mean, I'm not saying every cutscene was excellent and stuff like that, and some was more lackluster than others. It was always something going on in the mix. Like the pacing of the game was just better, so you couldn't tell about those cutscenes. Like you seen the organization, you fought against them and stuff because the organization was interesting people at first. You fought these people in these black clothes, these people that's working for this stuff or
The
whatever.
most of the stuff in Kingdom Hearts 2 story was like new stuff that you haven't seen before, or characters you never met before, and it was actually like going somewhere because it was interesting. Kingdom Hearts 3, you don't get any interesting stuff until the last 90% of the game, and like at that point, why should you even care?
Yeah, like you literally interact with the organizations. Like they literally, it was a. I was mad that I seen this. It was like, all right, you go through this world, nothing happened. Oh yeah, sorry, you need to some. I'm the organization. Well, square up then. Nah, bro, I'm out of here. And literally, you kept doing that. There's like, well, you know that your heart right here, some, and to eat cheese pizza on Sundays. What you trying to say? I'm lactose intolerant. But all right, then I'm about to dip. Like, it was just too much of that. I'm just looking like, bro, like, is we finna square up? Do we need to do a little battle, like, in the middle of things, like, to kind of set the tone and stuff? And then at the last 10% of the game, they're like, hey, yeah, we all here 3-on-1. What's up? Fight me. Square up. Like,
Yeah.
and the fights weren't even cold. Like, you could be submerged in the fights and stuff. People just flying around doing random things and stuff. You just like, I'm gonna
All
fly
in the
around
same
with you.
arena, doing back to back. And like Kingdom Hearts 2, how many organization members, you fight like 7, and then in like the final mix, you fight everybody, right?
Yeah, final
And they
mix you
all
fight
have
everybody.
unique
Uh,
fights throughout the story that makes it interesting.
if it didn't feel linear, like there was a repeated cycle in these worlds and stuff like that. Like and Kingdom Hearts 2, you fight Demix, he running away. He ain't even trying to fight you for like, hey, bro, I'm out of here. Like he just is hooded dude, and then you see him again in Hollow Bash. You actually got to square up and kill this dude. And then you see Zolden and stuff like that in Beast Castle. Like people popped up and did certain things, and then you'll fight them and stuff. You can argue that you fight most of them at the end because you fight Syx and Luxord at the end, and Zigbar in the other place, but in the world that never was. But it's like you had encounters with them or you fought them, and it didn't feel like you was just running through this world to go fight this big heartless at the end just so you can get done with it to see a cutscene about the organization. And these people is more interesting before versus Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm just running through this world to get to the end so this organization member could pop up. We still don't know who the organization is. And then they talked about new organization. I'm like, bro, it's not even, it's kind of lame, honestly, but um, I thought it was cool because, and then they had factions in the organization too. Like people was like, defecting and different things like that. Like it was his own conflicts and stuff going on. Kingdom Hearts 3 had none of that. It was a linear game. It felt very identical to Kingdom Hearts 1, to be honest with you. Very identical. And then you get the people that you've been working all these games to save and put them together, and they be like, yeah, I ain't never seen him before, and I ain't finna talk to him. Hey, what up, Tara? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you ain't finna say why why me and Roxas look. I was waiting for that. They did not do that. They said, nah, bro. I don't care about him looking like me. Oh, wanna be gone. You wanna be gone. They hit that Space Jam, bro.
Yeah, man. But
Man, what's your take, Deontay? You like them graphics, right? The mug was
I,
polished.
I just feel like that game gets way too much praise from the likes of you, from the likes of the world. I think it's how do you put it?
Man, it's because they put out a classic. You put out one classic, you good for life.
I suppose so. I just know that they never been all that interesting. So I mean, hopefully they do something different, but they don't really have to. I think the Kingdom Hearts fans are pretty strong. So regardless, they're gonna make another uh, lots and lots of monies. So here's to money, I guess. I don't really have an opinion on this game, to be honest with you. I already know how I feel about Kingdom Hearts. Wasting my time playing them.
So
Very
if
mundane.
they got instead of Disney, they got Marvel, is it more interesting to you?
Nah, because again, the underlining story was trash to me. Um, I don't care for Sora. I don't care for him and his friends or the enemies he's fighting. Um, it felt all very boring. I'd rather play Final Fantasy. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see how it captured people's hearts. To be honest, it just feels very. But I didn't play Kingdom Hearts 2, so I mean maybe that's where it kind of captured. I played through Kingdom Hearts 1. I played most of the secondary games except for like I don't remember which ones I didn't play. I read some of them because they weren't actually video games. They were just like videos. Um and I didn't play like the prologue stuff, but I read about it. Um, Honestly, I just didn't find the story interesting. So how do you get in touch, or how do you really grasp on something like if I didn't find Tale of Arise's story interesting, I probably would have stopped playing it because the combat was fine. It was interesting enough. It wasn't that in depth to me at least. It just felt like it felt very lacking because when you controlled your other players or whatever, it didn't really feel like they were that advanced. So just like that, it felt like that was Sora and the rest of them. Like it just didn't feel all that fun to play. It just felt pretty straightforward that you was gonna play with this guy. He's got plenty of powerful moves, and I don't know. I just didn't find that gameplay interesting, and I didn't find Sora interesting. So, and his whole story and his whole movement and why he was motivated to do these things, and the whole idea of Kingdom Hearts and why it existed was just boring. So I would never be interested in a game of that caliber from Kingdom Hearts, no matter what they did. The Disney stuff was the most interesting in how they incorporated it, and then they kind of throw it to the wayside. And sometimes they push it to the forefront, but it was nothing that was interesting outside of Mickey and them. You just go to the worlds and you see how they created. That was like the most interesting part of the game for me. It's how they created the worlds, but then they didn't do much with them. So, especially in Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't know if they did in Kingdom Hearts 2, but in Kingdom Hearts 3, it was pretty much you just go there, do what you got to do, and leave. It was no real exploration. So, um, nah, I'm not gonna be interested, to be
I
honest.
say I agree, and I don't think at this point really it's it you can get into the Kingdom Hearts games because it's not about how to put it. For me, it was not about the story. Like I didn't play the games for the story. I I played it because it seemed like it was like a fun game. I got it, I liked it, and started playing it more. And then I got into the story eventually after I beat everything and understood what was going on. And so
Hmm.
that's the incentive to buy the next game because you like this one so much and you want to know more. But like I said,
I
they
think I
made a
just didn't
classic,
play it
and
at the
so
right
they
time, so that was all. I just didn't play
that's
it at
true.
the time when y'all played it because at that time it probably would have been impressive. But right now, I just played much better games than that, so I don't have a
Yes,
reason
and
to
that's
play it.
true.
And you
Even
ain't
going
play
back
two.
to it, it's not going to be the
Well, yeah, I
best
didn't play two
game.
either. So,
Two
But
was
when
the
it
one that got me in.
yeah, me too. Cause like in the middle of the game, cause like you say you like the Disney stuff, and I like the Disney stuff too, but it was always in the background, except when they start putting it into the main story. Like, oh, here in this boss fight, you're gonna play as King Mickey, and he got on the hood and he looked tight, and you don't know why Mickey is here, and he all of a sudden super powerful, and it's like all that cool stuff happens in two. Whereas in three or all the other games, it's not really about that. It's about, oh, here's all the extra story stuff that we trying to sell you.
Yeah,
yeah.
the Disney influence was great in them ones. Like it was a mix because they had Final Fantasy characters even in some of the worlds and stuff too. On and too like, but it just felt more balanced. Like they had a good incorporation of Final Fantasy and the um Disney stuff, and it felt like it had its own story, so it kind of felt like its own game and stuff to some capacity.
Hmm.
And it just they in three they just didn't have that formula like they did in two. Like two was the best one. It just yeah.
No, I agree, and I think you guys have more of a connection than I, which is fine. Uh, there's plenty of games that I play right now. Like I'm playing Battle for Bikini Hot Bottom Rehydrated just because it was fun when I played it before, but it's not like the greatest game ever. So it's like those types of games where you just like, okay, I got this nostalgia. I feel like I want to jump back in it, and then maybe that can carry you through, right? But me playing games that are JRPGs that have better range and have better depth and don't have to put in filler and don't make me have to do so much research to kind of understand the story. I watch a lot of anime. I just don't have the capacity to say, oh, why is this better than anything I've ever watched before. So that's all. And I think I think adding new characters into the game, as you stated, Josh, might have helped because it's like a start over, refresh, and everybody kind of can jump back in it and kind of have that new feel of a new a new world, a new character. Maybe you can get that same spark, that same energy again, and then this new world where you're using Marvel's or sorry Disney's new budget or whatever, like all their catalog they have now. So maybe that would have been cooler. But it felt like it's just more of the same when I watched the trailer. It felt like it was going to be very much so as confusing as it was before. Even the trailer was confusing, didn't really make much sense to me. I don't know how he got to that world or what kind of caused him to wake up or go to sleep for that period of time and whatever. I don't care because I'm not trying to get into it. So it's all about what your interests are. If you love it, great. Go watch it, go play it, enjoy it. But I don't know. I just think I missed that boat. I tried it after that boat had left, and I tried to get me a new boat and just paddle out there to you guys. Did not like it. It's turn back. It's fine. Everybody has their own cup of tea. Um, but yeah, that's my opinion on Kingdom Hearts 4. Uh, could care less. And it's no slight to the game though. I think if they put the right budget behind it as usual, it will be a pretty showcase for your new systems. Hopefully people can get those and kind of show off their that stuff. So, but other than that, yeah, I don't really have much to say. I think you guys have your gripes for a good reason, um, and hopefully they kind of make a good game. I would hope they make a good game. With that amount of money, with it being Square Enix, with the budget of Disney behind it, and the ability to kind of pull from their worlds, I would think they could make a great game. Um, and they somehow did it before, so you know, let's see, we'll see. I ain't got no expectations, but I definitely don't want to just say I'm openly hating on the game. I'm not, because if it could be great. Like I wasn't openly hating on Elden Ring. I guess I just don't like those types of style of games. I still like Elden Ring. Am I jumping for joy to continuously play it? No, but I think as I play it more, I find the more interesting parts of the game, the more fun it can be, and how spontaneous and just all over the place it all is. So, um, just like that, it couldn't surprise you. So keep an open interest, I guess, Josh. I wouldn't say never play it, and I don't think you should say I'll never play it. But you know, you know, it's to each his own, I suppose. I think you put a lot of time into that world, so maybe see where it goes.
Maybe if I didn't play Kingdom Hearts 3, but 3 was trash, so I don't care.
That man done. That man's done. But
I'm gonna give it a shot just because, like you said, I've been in it so long, but I could really care less where the story goes. I would, like Josh said, I would prefer like new characters and stuff like that, just so we can start on a clean slate and they can try again to try to make the story like interesting or something like that. Um, Even if they just got rid of the main characters and just started focusing on the historic Keyblade War characters type things, and wasn't so split up across games and stuff like that, I feel like it could be potentially interesting. But based off the fact that they going on that type of stuff and got new characters and little things like that and stuff like that, but still focusing on Sora and how he this type of person and everybody connected to him and stuff like that, that's already putting a damper on the game for me. So especially when they hit the whole Buddy is just misunderstood. He is trying to do the same thing, and I'm just like, Metal Gear Solid did it better when they had Snake or Big Boss and Revolver Ocelot working towards the same thing, but they was just different. Like it was more interesting, even though it was still convoluted. That was more interesting than everything this dude Xehanort was doing and stuff like that. It was just kind of weird.
yeah, um, yeah. I vaguely remember those games now, but it definitely had my head in a tizzy. I had questions. I remember. I was like, I got a lot of questions here. Yeah, I would answer some of them. Some of them I didn't know, but
The developer or the artist or creator or whatever director, the more I'm sure he had questions too. He didn't remember all that stuff. He was just doing that. He didn't know what he was doing. That boy's forgetting. But you got the fans got the head cannon for it though. He's like, yeah, man, basically when you think about it, if he eat this on a Tuesday and that's his cousin, that means he got the same area. You all right. I'm pretty sure he ain't say that, but I mean, it sounds good.